Hello and welcome inside the ACU TV or studio for this week's Optimist Newscast. My name is Kaylee Kahn alongside Carrie Johnston with sports in just a second. Our top stories this week include Greek life rushing, the annual 24-hour musical, and a Wildcat basketball doubleheader. This is the Optimist Newscast. Greek life is undergoing the end of rushing and the start of the joining process for the school year. Fraternities and sororities are hosting invitational rushes until the end of this month. Call Night and Bin Night are on February 3rd and 4th, respectively. SGA passed legislation in the fall seeking to extend library hours until 2 a.m., but no changes have taken place due to the lack of communication from SGA to library administration about the bill. The legislation was passed based on a student survey in which 74% of students would utilize extended library hours. James Weiser, Dean of Library Services and Educational Technology, said the last time the library was open until 2 a.m. in 2019, the number of students utilizing the late hours did not justify keeping the library open later. Up next, the Optimist Shelby Bird got an inside look at Alpha Psi Omega's 24-hour musical production of Junie B. Jones' Saturday. Shelby?
ACU's chapter of Alpha Psi Omega hosted its 12th annual 24-hour musical this weekend. A tradition since 2011, the 24-hour musical gathers students of all majors and classifications to perform a musical which is rehearsed in only 24 hours. The performers and crew learned of this year's show, Junie B. Jones, on Friday night and had until 7 on Saturday to practice, when the show was performed in Folks Theater. Admission was free, but attendees had the option to donate to Living Water International, an organization that spreads the gospel and helps those in third world countries gain reliable access to clean water. By the end of the fundraiser, the musical raised over $1,000 to help these communities secure access to clean drinking water. Though the musical is over, donations to Living Water International can still be made through Alpha Psi Omega's Instagram. I'm Shelby Bird for The Optimist reporting.
This year's production raised funds for the charity Living Water, with ticket sales totaling more than $1,000 in proceeds. Thanks, Shelby. Up next, here's Carrie Johnston with an update on Wildcat athletics. Carrie?
Thanks, Kaylee. Track and field opened its indoor season in Lubbock on Friday at the Red Raider Open. The Wildcats saw plenty of success and top 10 performances in both running and field events. During the meet, junior Jack Marshall broke ACU's 200-meter record with a 20.84-second performance in the 200-meter dash, which landed him third in the event. The team's next meet will be on Saturday in Pittsburgh, Kansas for the Wendy's Pittsburgh State Open. Men's tennis hosted its home opener on Friday, sweeping Lubbock Christian and Hardin-Simmons in all singles and doubles matchups. The Wildcats also did not drop a set in both matches, finishing 24-0 on Friday. The team now heads to Colorado Springs, Colorado this weekend to face East Tennessee State, Montana, and Air Force. Women's tennis took home a 4-3 home opener win against the University of Texas at San Antonio on Saturday, while falling 6-1 in Lubbock against Texas Tech on Sunday. Next, the team plays on Saturday in matches against Trinity at 10 a.m. and Lubbock Christian at 3 p.m. Men's basketball hosted the UT Arlington Mavericks on Saturday for its first and only matchup of the season, getting the win 84-68. Breaking a 4-game losing streak, the Wildcats pulled away early in the first half with a 15-0 run starting at the 16-minute mark. Senior forward Arion Simmons scored a season-high 17 points, while graduate guard Damian Daniels also scored a season-high 15 points. After the game, head coach Brett Tanner and Simmons said they hope that this win will bring the team's swagger back.
You know, I did my whole pregame speech wearing these shades, man. I put them on, and we talked about what we were going to do on defense, what we were going to do on offense. And I told them, man, I said, listen, you know, get your swagger back, man. Like, you got to play with some swagger. And I didn't, you know, do you. And let's be smart. Let's be disciplined. We always are that way, right? But we take chances. And when we hit shots, Damien flexes, you know, he does those things, which drives me nuts, but that's the energy, right? I mean, I think that's what we've lost, is we lost our energy a little bit over the course of the last couple of weeks. We were going to walk on that floor today, though, and we know it's important. You got to win at home. And but we got to get our swagger, man.
4 game stretch. Really wasn't playing well. Really in my own head, I'm not making shots, get down on myself. So basically, just turned it around today. Like Coach said, we just wanted to get our swagger back for this week. So that's what we did all day and practice and stuff like that. So just get back to the basics, really.
The team's annual blackout game takes place in Moody Coliseum on Thursday at 7 p.m. against Grand Canyon University. Women's basketball earned its second straight conference win on Saturday in a nail-biter against the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley Vaqueros, 69-65. After being down 10-0 early in the first quarter, a quick timeout by head coach Julie Goodenough got the team back on track to take a 16-15 lead at the end of the quarter. The game stayed tight for the remainder of the game, but redshirt freshman Addison Martin's 21 points, a dagger three-pointer by sophomore guard Zoe Jackson, and 10 clutch free throws gave ACU the 4-point win. After the game, Goodenough and Martin talked about how important the win was to boost the young team's confidence heading into the second half of conference play.
For us to be able to do that with 2 starters injured on the bench showed a lot of maturity and a lot of growth of our team. Those are the kind of games that we have lost in the past with all of our starters out there, and for us to have some of our backup players out in the game, just getting it done, making plays on both ends, I think to me shows just a lot of maturity from our team. As we're getting into mid-January, to be able to finish off a game like this was really big for our team, and something that hopefully we will use this to kind of move forward with.
We've had a couple that we fell short on, and so we have been trying to think and figure out of how we can come back and actually win these 1-possession, 2-possession games. And I know just us as a team, like we fight, and that we know like we can win a ball game and we can go out there and eventually go win a WAC championship. So it feels really good to us that we finally have won this 1-possession, 2-possession ball game.
Their next game takes place on Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time against the New Mexico State Aggies in Las Cruces and will be streamed live on ESPN+. That's all for this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Carrie Johnston.
And I'm Kaylee Kahn. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.